Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? I'm just sharing the stream. Places. Hello. Okay. I don't think I need to share it anywhere else. Okay. I am cold. And you can see all of the mess in my life back there, but it's not nearly as bad as it has been. So, okay, let me just finish getting set up here. I was actually setting up a way to take custom orders, like custom commissions. So, yeah. And now we're going to work, I guess, on design and what we're making for the spring collection. So, oh my gosh, I have nothing in my mind right now. Like, just it's completely empty. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, just in terms of like what's going on, if you have any questions about like, oh my god, brain, I'm trying to do too many things at once. I'm not even, can you guys hear that clinking? That is my dog's food being dispensed because it comes out at this time every day. And she now knows that her food comes out at about 7 o'clock each night, and she just stands there and stares at it. She used to be scared of it. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. I feel like my brain is just doing nothing at this point. So, I set up a way that people can place like commission requests for clothes, like custom orders, through my Ko-fi account, coffee account. I don't know how you say it. I always say it wrong, or I feel like I do anyway. So I just set that up because I didn't want to have to. I didn't want to have to figure out how to do through my Shopify store. And it was very easy. They have a way to set up commissions because artists use it. And so I thought that would be really fun. I'm trying to get into sewing for myself, but the style I like, my mom hates the style of dress and says, wasn't made for big girls, should not be worn. But I'm trying to ignore her and go for it. Listen, it took me a long time to kind of deprogram my mom, who like grew up just absolutely suffocating in diet culture, and along with it comes all these rules of what people can and can't wear, especially when you're bigger, or you're fat, or you're chubby, or whatever you call it. Um, And it's taken me a really long time to kind of, like, deprogram that, where she literally just doesn't comment on it anymore. She doesn't ever say, like, "Ooh, do you think you should be wearing that?" Or, in those pants, you can really just see your whole belly." And she just doesn't say anything anymore. And I don't know if that means that she's still, like, thinking it in her head because, like, I don't care if she's thinking it in her head, I just need her to not say it out loud, um, because that's where it becomes painful and hurtful, and so I we really had to have, like, a few, heart-to-hearts about diet culture and how it's harmful and commenting on other people's bodies. Like, I'm very judgmental of what people wear, in terms of, like, when people are wearing when people are specifically only buying fast fashion and things like that, even though they can, in fact, afford nicer clothes and things like that. I'm quite judgmental over, like, "Oh, I don't think that is a really nice dress," when I'm seeing people on the red carpet, but I'm never judging someone's actual body about it or saying like, "Oh, she's bigger, she shouldn't have worn that." I'm saying, "I hate that dress, it's ugly." And that's very different. So, I don't know, you just really have to sit down and have a talk. And it's hard. There's always a lot of tears involved, at least on my part. I'm a crier for sure. Um, but it's like it's definitely worth it because um, it means that you just have much more peace in your life, I guess. So, yeah. Anyways, ooh, should we tell Instagram that we're streaming so that they can come join us? Okay. I almost did like the shocker instead. Okay, give you're gonna give it a shot? Good. Because it takes several conversations. And in the meantime, just make what you wanna make, wear what you wanna wear, and maybe that'll desensitize her a bit too, you know? Um, okay, I need a link to the stream or to my channel. It's youtube.com/DANIELLEMCALL. Oops, that's 3 L's, ISTER, go. Um, Copy that. Open my Instagram story. There we go. And we're live. Come join us. And we're gonna put the link. I love that I have the link feature on Instagram now. They kind of gave it to everybody, or um, they gave it the role things now, and not have to hope and dream for 10,000 followers because straight up, it's pretty awful trying to do that and trying to get to 10,000 followers. So it says my connection is unstable. Okay. Is it stable again? Am I really choppy like that? That's awful. I hate it. Okay. I do not like it. Um, is it still working? Please tell me it's still working and you can still hear me. Because I don't really have anything to like that I can close to make it work better. And I definitely can't connect the it seems stable now. Yes, you hear me. Okay, good. Good. Oh, phew. Okay. All right. So, what's been going on? How was everybody's like year, Christmas, whatever, all the things? Tell me. What are you guys up to? Personally, I am working on, let's see, um, putting together a sale for the website that's going to start, I think, this weekend. I want to clear out kind of all the leather jewelry that I have in stock to kind of get rid of some of the pieces that are taking up a lot of space. And also and so I think I'm gonna do them all leather jewelry is gonna be, like, half off, I think, or at least everything except there's a few smaller leather pieces that I really like, and I wanna keep them around, so, um, yeah. Anyway, so, I'm doing that this weekend, so I have to prepare all the stuff for that, and I'm also thinking about the next sort of collection. It's not really a collection, it's 2 pieces, I think. 1 or 2 pieces, and I think they're both gonna be tops, so I've been working and thinking about that and collecting fabrics. I'm hoping that this time, um, that I can make more than 1 piece of that looks the same, so that people can buy, like I can have 5 available of, like, 1 colorway or something, because it feels like it's really hard. There's so many different fabric selections or options, and it makes it really hard to decide for people. So, um, hey, do you follow the creator Glitter and Lasers? No, I don't. I'm not really a fan. I used to follow, but for a very short amount of time, and just her vibe didn't fit with me, and so I unfollowed. Didn't tell her I was leaving. I just left. Um, which is a lot of times when people get mad or like stop following somebody, they're like, "Oh, I don't like how you do something, or I don't like how you like w- wear glasses like that, or wear your shirt like that, and I'm leaving. I'm unfollowing you. I don't like that you know, comb your hair that certain way." And they announce that they're unfollowing, and like, you don't need to announce it. It's fine. You can just go. Um, anyways. Yeah, so what else is going on? So many Canva windows open. Oh, I see. I love her content as a plus size creator. I thought it was similar to your vibe. That's why I asked. Uh, I personally don't think we're similar. She's way more energy than I could ever have. Um, and is way more theatrical about stuff. Yeah. It's not an airport. That's exactly it. Um, sh so I don't know, I just, like, I didn't vibe with it, so I unfollowed, and that's that. So, there's lots of people that I don't follow that other people do follow. I also unfollowed Gabby Fresh, mostly because I every time one of her collaborations comes out and they've not expanded the size range with the brand, and it's not been made better and expanded, I get even more disappointed. So I, for a while, would go and ask every single time a new collaboration came out, to the brand and to her specifically, "Okay, can you tell me when the collection is going to be expanded to a size that I can actually wear? Because I would hand you over lots of my money if I could buy this." And I think all 3 of her current collaborators, there's, like, Swimsuits for All, Playful Promises, and what was the other one that was recent? Um, and I was just like, um, it's really disappointing every time a new collection comes out and it doesn't come in my size, even though you are plus size. And their brand, Prem, before it went under, went up to a 5, like a 5X. And so, like, I could wear some of the stuff. Um, but now all of a sudden it's not size inclusive, and it feels like I'm just ignored every time. Even though I ask politely, I don't demand that they expand. I just say, when is this gonna happen? Because it's important. So yeah. Yeah, I get that. Like, Tess Holiday's brand doesn't seem size inclusive. She doesn't have a brand, but she did do a collaboration with a brand that only I think it went up to a 4X or something. I think the brand before that only went up to a 3X, so getting an extra size is okay, but, like, you know, I also don't particularly appreciate all the brands that or all the influencers that hawk Fabletics. Um, I mean, yes, get your money, like, I'm sure they're paying I hope they're paying well, but they only go up to a 3X in most of their designs, and it's just super disappointing, and, like, yeah, so, anyways, those are my thoughts. Um, yeah, anyway, okay, so my oh my god, I feel, like, overwhelmed by stuff on my desk here. Just absolutely overwhelmed with stuff. Um, don't think my iPad is charged enough yet. Because I was dumb and did not charge it, but we'll see. Definitely don't think the Apple Pencil is. Oh, okay. We want Procreate. So, I bought this like sketchbook that do we have JCPenney in Canada? No, we don't. We do have Marshalls now, which I know is not the same. It's not owned by the same company or anything. But Marshalls used to be just like an American company, but we now have Winners, which is the equivalent of TJ Maxx, I think. Home Sense, which I think is Home Goods for the States, and Marshalls. So, but I don't think like JCPenney, I think is just a department store, right? It's not like a discount thing. So I don't know. I think I've only ever been in one JCPenney and I was very young. So yeah, so I bought this sketchbook. It was basically like a croquis. We do have Maurice's. Um, I think. Yes, they're in the mall. They go up to like a size 18 or 20, right? I've never been in it, so um I bought this book with like croquis in it where they're basically just bodies, like for curvy. They're basically like plus size drawing figures. They look like this. If you can see stuff on my screen, no, you can't. And basically, I just bought a book and it has a whole bunch of different poses in it. And I just took a picture of one and put it in my Procreate, and I put them on a canvas 3 times because I'm used to drawing, like, 3 figures on um, each page, and because like, I don't wanna draw the bodies, I never really learned how to draw a fat person, and so, like, all I know how to draw are kinda stick-like models, so I thought this was a good place to start, considering I haven't sketched properly in, like, probably 10 years. So, yeah, and so I put like 3 of them on there, and then I just have to like put a new layer over top, and then I can just sketch over top, which is kind of nice, but I don't think the pencil is ready yet. Oh, it's at 52%. That's pretty good. Um, yeah, so okay, I have questions for you guys. When like you think of the things I would make, because when I think of things I make, or I would make, I think like t-shirts, like casual dresses, like easy to wear, not basics, but comfortable clothes. What do you guys think of when when you think I'm making something or designing something? Because I really don't see myself doing like elaborate dresses and like special occasion wear. That's not where I'm at all. I don't enjoy making those things. Um, but I like I'm trying to find the essence that is like rebellious clove and what we do and what we make. So I always wonder. and I'm dying to make like a corset-like top, you know? Um, it looks like a corset, but there's not actually um, a corset there. I like your crossbody bags that you make sometimes. Thank you. I love that bag so much. It's so easy to wear and like um, just soft and I don't know. Yeah, they're still available. I'm still making them. They're just made to order. So basically, like I won't make them up until someone's ordered it. So statement t-shirts. I agree. Statement t-shirts are definitely my thing, and I definitely agree. I'm trying to figure out how I can make cool statement t-shirts with like different colors of fabrics. I don't want to get into silk screening. I can do silk screening. I just don't want to. It's very messy, and I would want the control of doing it myself, and I don't want to pay somebody else to silk screen. And in that case, I would have to like sew the t-shirt myself in order to have the most wide range of sizes available. And so, yeah, I liked your cancer t-shirt you wore in the last video. Thank you very much. That's from Edition L before they closed a few years ago. And on the back, at the back of the neck, it says three like nice traits about cancers, which I think is very fun. I would love to make a shirt that has like something embroidered here or something like printed along the neck, like my Good Vibe shirt from Torrid. I would like something like that, but I don't know what I would put there. And I would also still want to make the t-shirt from scratch because even though I could probably, like, thrift a bunch of those shirts, I'm never gonna get them in the size range that I would feel comfortable with selling. I need to be able to have, like, a 1X to an 8X in order to feel comfortable with, like, offering that as a product, so, yeah. It's it's a slippery slope. I love that the Fat and Vax t-shirt. Yeah, me too. Um, I wish it was, like, a I wish it was on a nicer shirt, but Gildan's the only one that makes like up to a 5XL, so it's hard, but I like it too. Mixing patterns in a t-shirt is fun. I agree a lot. I think getting um t-shirts that have like patterned fabric and maybe like chopping them up and using the fabric in like patchwork would be really fun. I make clothes and I change patterns all the time. It's mainly just styles. That you like an adjustment of pattern. Uh, I've been doing it for years and I love it. I'm a seamstress. That's awesome. Yeah, like I want to find a few like core pieces that are just standard that I make all the time and then I just change out the fabrics. Like when I run out of one fabric, then I start making it with another. And so like it just sort of that style, like that colorway sells out or that pattern way sells out. And then I can make the same thing, but in a different pattern way. So like color blocking only with pattern instead. Yes, yes, that's exactly what I mean. And yeah, that is definitely what I'm talking about. And I've been thinking about it a lot and what it would look like. So, yep, that is definitely like on the list of want to make as a t-shirt, I think, and I would want to do, like, a bit cropped, but not, like, too cropped, I don't want, like, boobs hanging out level, but I also want it to sort of, like, just meet pants, you know, right about that level. Yeah, they would probably sell quickly. I would hope so anyway, so, um, because I think, like, no, nothing wrong with, like, this skirt I designed or made. I just think a skirt is very specific, and not everybody wears them, and they do feel very feminine, and a lot of people aren't wearing or dressing up, these days, so, yeah, let's see. Okay, T-shirt. Okay, and I want the sleeves to be good, like, I don't want them to be super long or anything, but I also don't want them. I don't know, like, I want them to be shorter, I guess? I You always see these T-shirts, like, they either have, like, almost no sleeve or they have a sleeve right down to your elbow when it's plus size, and I'm like, "No, thank you. No, thank you at all. This looks horrible." The neckline on this looks so bad. I think I would want, like, one half to be all one color, and then, the to have for, some, real blocking, I would want, like, just a little square of a different color on one, but then I want another one to be a bit more adventurous, you know? I don't like this. Um, didn't like the pencil I was using. Okay, guess that's better. Certainly, no, I don't like that line. And I would want it to be quite boxy, I think, not oversized, but boxy. Um, because I don't want it to be skin tight, especially when you're getting into like patchworking and stuff. Because when it's tight, when we're soft and it's tight, there's a seam line that goes like right here. All it does is cut right in. Don't need that. We don't need that. We've been traumatized enough, right? So, and I think I would want it to have like not a high neck, but like a neck that actually doesn't show my bra strap, you know? What is it doing? Why aren't you drawing? Okay, that was rude. I would want it to like stand up a little. Just, I've got it so zoomed in here. And then I want it to have like a little flip on the sleeve. Just a little, not just a little attitude, you know? I think maybe I want this to be just a little longer. Erase that, thanking myself for putting this on a layer. Okay. Just want it to be like a little longer. There we go. Just so, it comes or truthful and hilarious at the same time. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know what we're doing, but I'm here for it. Uh, it's good to know. We are designing a t-shirt, to be honest. Um, how do we feel about stripes? Not like striped pattern, but the seams, like when you have a fancy dress and maybe the princess seam, that's what it's called when it like kind of cuts right here. So say we had like one panel, like the side panel was one pattern. Then this center panel, like the right side center, was one, like maybe a plain, and then this one here was that same pattern as under the side, and then the next one was plain. I don't know. like feels kind of, let's see. Yeah. Please do not take this as like my these are my actual coloring or anything skills. It's just like a quick idea so you can see what the heck I'm talking about. I think this might be like a little too intense. I love pinstripes. I love pinstripes too, but I think they lend themselves to being quite businessy, and you definitely don't see them a lot on knits, and a t-shirt would definitely need to be a knit. So I think I want the sleeve to be a solid for sure. Okay, please agree, like um take this with like, oh geez. Um don't make fun of my sketching. I love pinstripes too, but they need to go up and down or it makes you look bigger. Yeah, small stripes, I think, like very fine stripes definitely will make you look wider. Um, but like in the end, who the heck cares if you look wider or not? Like if you like it, you like it. That doesn't matter. I think bold stripes can go side to side. Um, and just be like are a statement, you know? Like huge, wide, like thick, chunky stripes. Those ones are um yeah, anyways. So I was thinking like this kind of stripe, you know? It would feel kind of like skatery, I guess. Not with hearts on it, but that's just what I drew and it's the only thing that would look semi right. So Maurice's go up to 3x. My husband got me a couple gifts from there. Well, that's good to know. I don't the last time I ever went near a Maurice's, I think they only went up to like an 18 or 20, and that was a long time ago. But I also don't go into the mall ever. So, okay, so this is a good one then. Okay, so this one is garbage, and I'm gonna erase. Oops, this. I'm erasing my sketch so that I can actually do it properly. Yes, also like patchwork. I hate malls. I have definitely not missed going to the mall, since, like, we've not really been allowed to. Okay, we're allowed to because the malls are open right now, but, like, in Ontario, they're at, like, 50% capacity, and they are doing all kinds of, things to keep them clean and empty and all these things, and I see all these stories of, like, literally nobody's in them, right? Groups of teenagers give me PTSD. Yeah, I didn't have really the experience. I lived out in the country, and the moment I could drive, I had a job, and so I was driving my parents' minivan 30 minutes, like, I was commuting, getting off the bus from high school, hopping in the minivan, and hauling ass 30 minutes in town, into the city because, like, I was at high school 30 minutes in the other direction, um, in another town, and then I would get off the bus from school, basically run inside, go to the bathroom, change my clothes, and, like, grab food and run back out the door and drive myself into work, um, so that I could be at work for, like, 4 o'clock, and then I would work till 9 p.m. Um, yeah, so that's, like yeah. It was awful, and so I never had time for malls, and where I worked was, like, a big box mall where it was all outside, we walked from store to store outside, and that's always fun in the winter, um, and, of course, it was a fabric store, that doesn't sell fabric anymore. It still exists, but doesn't sell fabric, so, yeah. Um, and, like, I just didn't go to the mall. I didn't. So and there was nothing good in my mall. We had an Additionelle, but I went there once with my friends, and they, like, forced me to try stuff on, trying to be supportive, and I hate it. So, yeah, I miss Bouclairs. Me too. There's not one in my town, but I actually was, like, online shopping from there, and, I was like, "I can still smell the horrible fake leather that comes on some of their furniture. It looks cute, but, like, it stinks." So, I will not probably ever be shopping from there again, but it looks nice, so and if you all hadn't clued in, I worked at Bouclairs as a teenager, when they still sold fabric, which makes me feel old. And if you've not heard of them, it's like a Canadian company. So, yeah. Anyways, okay. So, love a peplum. I think I missed something. A corset top, like a corset like top, but flowy bottom. I think if I'm gonna do a corset top, it's just gonna be like a tank top, and then you can layer it over something else. So, like, you could put it over a flowy like, you could put it over a slip dress or something like that, so it has a little bit of flowiness to it, but I genuinely hate peplums. In terms of, like, wearing them, they look cute from a distance, but they're so freaking annoying to wear. I feel like I have trauma from peplums when they were all the rage. I don't know what it was. It's just like you put them on and it's supposed to like pop out from your body, right? But but like it just like all it did was ride up and I felt like it was being like swallowed by the neck and I was always pulling it down and yeah, I don't know. It was just bad. I used to go to Bouclairs regularly with my mom as a kid and a teen. Yes, I'm old too. Bouclair had really great fabric, actually. They had these epic deal, like, tables or, like ours were these industrial shelves, just rolls of really awesome fabric for $1.11 a meter. I bought like, my fabric stash got me through fashion school with barely having to spend any money on fabric. I mean, I still bought fabric because 'cause I'm a fabric hoarder, but, like, I got linen cotton blend, um fabric in this awesome, like, green color for $1.11 a meter. It all went on, like, 50% off. I had this, like, cotton suiting fabric that I still never used that I'm pretty sure I got, like, 12 meters of, and I just ended up donating it a few years ago to a not a fabric store, to a thrift store because, like, I wasn't gonna use it, didn't have any plans for it, and I just had so much of it, and it was so heavy, but I think I probably got it for $5. And I still have from when I worked there and they were getting rid of all of, like, their, stuff, I am still working through my stash of, like, $1 sewing machine needles that I got when they were closing down all their Notions and stuff. I'm still working through them. I have other ones that I've bought since, like, for, like, sharps and stuff, but I have still sewing machine needles because they don't go bad. Thread goes bad, but sewing needles do not. So, yeah, I I did so well, like, hoarding stuff from there and using my discount. I also had one of my managers make my dress. That was kind of a mistake because then I had to take it to get altered because we made it from a pattern. I didn't really feel comfortable sewing yet for myself. But it was like 3 sizes too big from the pattern, and, like, she followed it, measured me and everything. Yeah, so it was interesting, but, I also quit without notice when I worked there, because I worked there even when I was in college in my first couple of years, and I would go back and forth, from Toronto, like, from Kingston to Toronto, and so I would on my school breaks, I would come and work in the Kingston store over Christmas and summer and stuff, and then when I was in school, I would work in, um, the Toronto store. It was in, like, Lawrence Square. When if you're familiar, it's a really gross part of town. Like, it's probably not gross now, but it was gross then, and it was such a pain in the ass to get there from my apartment. It took, like, 2 hours via transit, so, but I would go back and forth, and there was this key holder who worked at the store in Kingston, and I was back one day, and she was absolutely awful. She used to fat shame me very regularly, and she would often, like, look at my lunch and be like, "Is that really what you're gonna put in your body?" And I was like, "You know what? Just don't even." Um, and so, like, I one day, it was just, like, this awful boiling point where she was sniping at me all night long, and it just came to a head of, like, "Screw this, I'm going home." So and I just quit. And now, my boss from when I worked there, um, she actually works at Fabricland, or did work at Fabricland pre-pandemic. I haven't been in there very much to see her if she's still works there, but yeah. And she's like, "I knew exactly what happened the moment, like, she that you said you quit, like, because I just knew." She's like, "I knew you broke, and that's fine." And she still loves me. So, it's yeah, and I loved working there, but I could not take it anymore, and I just kinda, like, snapped and left. So, yeah, I mean, when I got hired there, I was, like, 16, 17 maybe? And, um, the owner, not the owner, because it's not independently owned, but the manager at the time, she knew that she was basically dying. She had cancer, and she was hiring people to staff up the store because she knew, like, she only had a few months left. I literally never saw her come in the store because she just ended up in the hospital and never made it back. And then they got a new manager who was they got a temporary manager who was someone who worked there. They, had another manager who got, escorted out in handcuffs. They had a district manager who got escorted out in handcuffs. They had a key holder who was stealing thousands of dollars from them. Um, and this was all happening while I was working there, and I was just like, "Y'all, what is wrong?" Like, this was like I could do if TikTok was available back then, I would be so famous with stories of working at Boucle. Um, it's just like, yeah, it was awful. Um, and but I loved the people who had worked there so long, like, had been there from the beginning or they'd brought in afterwards. Um, yeah, I, like, have nerve damage in my thumb, like, in here if I cut too much fabric. I have nerve damage from working there because a few times they had sales where it would be, like, super discounted quilting fabric or, like, crafty type fabric, and I had a couple regular customers come in and say, "I want 4 inches, 4 inches of that fabric." And they'd hand me another roll, 4 inches that one, 4 inches that one, 4 inches that one, 4 inches, and it'd be, like, piles of these rolls of fabric that I'd be cutting, and my by the time I was done, it would be, like, 45 minutes later, and I wouldn't be able to feel my thumb. So, yeah, anyways, okay, so I feel like I missed some stuff. I missed the shift from fabric store to decor because I didn't, live anywhere near a Bouclairs for a while. I would have bought so much stuff. I don't Yeah, I definitely, like, that was right around the time, like, when I was leaving, they were, like when I was going away to college, they were getting rid of patterns, and so I bought a ton of patterns at the time for super cheap. Um, I think at one point I got a whole bunch of free Vogue patterns, I don't have them anymore because they were too much to store and I was never gonna use them, and they were never gonna fit me, so I just donated them, so somebody lucked out at the thrift store. I live in the US, so I don't know stores in other places. Yeah, the U Bouclairs is basically like if Joann's Fabrics decided to never sell fabric again and just sold furniture, so yeah. Well, it's so insane. Never heard of Bouclairs. Um, it is awful, but I'll be honest, still one of my favorite places to ever work because the company didn't treat me like garbage. Um, they paid what they were supposed to pay you. They didn't rip you off on breaks. And other than like just not being able to hire very well, the rest of the people that worked there were awesome. So yeah. What about a square neckline? I'm always thinking about like a neckline that'll cover my bra straps, and because I often wear like racerback bras, I am always trying to get ones that like a neckline that'll kind of cover that. But I'm not opposed to a square neckline. And I think it would look really nice on like a corset top where it's like very open because it'll give a lot of room for layering underneath. You could put like a button up top. You could put um I don't know, a t-shirt underneath even, um, a sweater dress. Um, what about I would leave too, yeah. Lives are fun. This has been um, definitely very fun. Let's see. I appreciate YouTube trying to, censor this, but, he just asked if I wanted to approve, Jennifer's comment, "What is your favorite brand?" I don't really have one, I just buy bralettes from Torrid usually. I just popping to say hello at work and saw this going on, and that you helped me be inspired to learn to sew. Yes! Everybody can sew if they really want to. I mean, you don't have to, but you can if you want to. So kind and such a wonderful person to watch. Thank you, I appreciate that. Okay. Um, favorite bra brand? I don't know, like, I have a bunch from Girlfriend Collective, but they're all, like, super duty, like, sports bras, and then I have a bunch of bralettes from Torrid that I really enjoy, so, I don't know. I really want to make soft bell bottoms for those of us with big bellies, sorta witchy. Ooh, okay, that would be really fun, actually. I've I don't know, like, the whole, flared, um, leggings thing was so hard to watch because basically the only people who look good in it are people who have no tummies, no fat on them, like but I still wanna wear it because it looks so comfortable, um, and so, like, I wish there was a pair like, I'm not gonna be making them, but I wish someone out there, like a brand out there, would make them for fat people. Nice high waist, good elastic, where they don't fall down as you walk, and just like really flared, dramatic. I'm on board for anything remotely witchy. Yes, getting on the witchy, because like seriously. Okay, this corset top. I don't want it to have like super pointed in the middle, but I want it to be rounded because there's gonna be seams, and I just like the problem is that I know how, like, fat bodies, like, with bellies and stuff work, and this is, like I know that if this is too stiff in the front, it's just gonna, like, "Doop," and that's annoying, right? Or it'll, like, curl under, and so you can't, like, have it too long, but also it's meant to be sort of, like, just from here to here, you know? That's the top is meant to be. It's meant to be like a layering piece, or if you're daring, you can wear it just as is, right? So it's like you gotta get it just right, at just the right length. Yes, I see so many cute things on Instagram, but they rarely carry my size. Yes, that is exactly the problem, and we're fixing it. You know, we are I okay. The problem is that okay, you know what? Do not do that. Okay. Apparently, I'm erasing everything right now because I wasn't paying attention and I was on the eraser, but we're fixing that. We are not letting other people dictate what we can and cannot wear. I mean, we can wear whatever we want, but the problem is then we got to make it. So I think the panel in there. Yeah. Can hear my dog in her bed. I think she's having like a little dream or something. Okay. So corset top. We're zoomed in. We're zoomed in pretty far. Um, Now keep in mind there's no like color or anything on this. So like it's obviously comes above the belly button, like pretty far above. This person's not fat enough for my like drawings or anything. But I'm thinking like I like how open that is, like how open the neck is, and I like the panels in the front, all out of the same fabric, but just like sewn together and like maybe top stitched. Still out of a knit, so it's stretchy and comfy. And then the back can just be like tank top style, you know, like across the back. It could be more open, probably like square down the back. It's hard because I didn't include a back. Um, so I could draw it, but let's see. Let's erase that one. And we're just gonna pretend this is the back. So there we go. I'll go straight across there, straight down. I don't know, like, do you want it to lace up in the back? I don't particularly want that, but I don't think it being square across the back is a good idea. It could maybe come to like a bit of a V. I don't know, maybe it needs to be like higher up. I think because otherwise it'll maybe slide back too much. I don't know. Logistics of clothing just like completely drive me bonkers. Like just and then I don't even think it needs to have like any seams on the back, no lacing up the back, in my opinion. Yes. Okay. So like if I was gonna make it lace up, then I would make it out of a non stretchy fabric. Um, because at least then the laces are doing something. Otherwise, when you wash it, they're just getting tangled and it's like more work and it takes longer and it costs more. So, because like that's the thing. You have to think, yeah, the fabric on this probably wouldn't um I think it's gonna be stretchy enough that it'll fit over your head. So a zipper would kind of be in the way. Um and like, it would kinda bunch up because it's a soft fabric, so when you, like, sit down or whatever, it'd be like that underwire in your bra that kinda pokes your armpit, when you're not, wearing the right size bra, so, yes, we're designing a top. We're not sewing it quite yet, but we're designing it, so, yes. Um, and we're trying to figure out, like, logistics for the back because, if it's made out of a knit material, like a t-shirt fabric, right? It's stretchy and can just fit on, but I'm thinking if the back has sort of like decorative seams in it, that would provide some structure to it. So, like, maybe we can do no, not one on the shoulders, but maybe 1, 2 on the back. I think it would just add something, you know? Um, the back looks really stupid, so I'm not gonna show you the drawing of it, but, yeah. Okay, I like that a lot. Um, okay, I definitely need to select, duplicate. I just keep duplicating um, the croquis over and over again because, um, oops, I don't wanna run out so I can keep sketching, so, add a layer, there we go. Okay, so I think I want to maybe do, like, one other style of t-shirt, just a little bit different than the, like, paneled one where it's more like I don't know, I'll show you what I mean. Let's see. Similar, um, style, but I just think cool t-shirts are a thing. No, not that. Still want it boxy. Do not like that line. It's too long. There we go. And okay. Now I think I want a split down the middle and then like a split like that. Let me just I'm just filling in a panel here. I have to color it in because when I drag the color over in Procreate, because of the style of brush I'm using, it just fills in the whole page. So, you know, that's fun. Okay. Oh, I forgot to draw sleeves. Okay. Sleeves are a pain in the ass. Oh, okay. What happened there? This left-handedness, so annoying. Would it be bad to make it out of mostly woven fabric, something stiff, hypothetically? Um, it wouldn't be comfortable to wear, you know? And then in that case, I would definitely be making more of like a corset and a corset top. I want it to be comfortable. I want everybody who wears it to be comfortable. And I just want to have the illusion of some structure. I don't necessarily want it to be um, like an actual corset that is meant to like kind of hold you in or anything. I just want it to be like a layering piece, like a little vest almost. Um, so yeah. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so this is the other style I was thinking of for a t-shirt where it's sort of like more blocky and then like the back can be all one color. Or it can be kind of patchwork like that too. So I really like how I don't know how blocked up it is. That sounds so stupid. But you know what I mean. Like I just like that there is lots of color, and I mean, there's probably a lot of this is going to be, like, black and one other color or gray and one other color or something like that. I got some matcha colored, knit, like a and it's supposed to be really soft. It's still in a box, In fact, I think it's that box right there that has been sitting on the corner of my bed for like 3 weeks. I got it just before Christmas. So, oh my God, was Christmas 3 weeks ago? Gross. Um, yeah. So, and then I also have some like mauve um, rib knit fabric that I got from the thrift store that's really nice that I think would be really good to use. So, yeah. Okay. Um, well, I said I would go for about an hour. Does anybody else have any like questions, input, things like that? Because we can wrap up soon. And because I don't want to go too long. If people watch this back later, they're gonna get like 900 ads and complain about it to me. So if we have it too long, I'll get complaints. Not really, I don't really care. The ads are there for a reason. So but yeah, if anybody has any quick questions or anything like that, speak now or forever hold your peace until next month when um we do our next live. I'll give you all a second. I don't know how long it takes. Like there should be like a little like the three dots when you're typing a message. There should be that, except for whoever's typing. It would be very handy actually. Anybody? Anybody? Going once? Going twice? Okay. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. This has been very, very helpful. And yeah. Oh, do I have any color ideas? It's because I work exclusively with recycled fabrics, it's whatever I can find. So I have a nice like gray knit fabric. I have some black. I have a mauve rib knit fabric, which is really nice, and also like a matcha green color. So I'm thinking the color blocks will be in that. And then I want to find a pattern. Maybe I can find like a few t-shirt like patterned t-shirts that I could cut apart. Um, but the problem is it's on a 2-minute delay. Okay, that's really dumb. I had no idea. um So yeah, I have my plain color fabrics, but if I'm looking for a pattern, that's the one thing I'm missing. So I'm just on the hunt for it now. And I want something that's soft and stretchy and like looks nice and doesn't feel cheap. So yeah, I'll have to either search through my fabric stash, see if I've got anything, and or hit up the thrift store or my favorite dead stock fabric store online. So we'll see what they have too. So or just the internet acting out. Who knows? Like honestly, this corner of my space, the internet cuts in and out all the time. And with my new computer, I for some reason the when I hardwire uh my internet in, the dongle thing just like freaks out and doesn't work. So yeah. So I don't know. My internet is crap over here too. So okay. Um I guess if nobody else has any questions, I will see you guys soon. New video this weekend is a vlog. If I get it up, which I hope I do, because I want to keep on my streak. So, yes. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.